Steel plate, construction components, and more construction components. We're going to need computers. Most likely we're going to need motors. Definitely going to need girders. And we will see what we need after that. Well then. That was unfortunate. Something to do with bit rate. Well, my bit rate is set at 6500 because I have 300 megabytes a second download and 300 megabytes a second upload and a 9 millisecond ping. See, now I'd be in a pod all nice and safe flying drones around to do everything. You see, I am actually going to be doing something very similar. Let's go ahead and get rid of our tug. We are making good progress. Let's go ahead and get our tool back. Personal generator, and that we should also, now that I'm thinking about it, should also create a hydrogen bottle. The hydrogen bottle will go to the oxygen generator, and there we are. You get 500 down and only 3 up, as in 3 megabytes a second up or 300 megabytes a second up. Because if you are only getting 3 megabytes a second up, I would have a talk to your service provider. Because it should be much greater than, oh no, that's right, you live in the UK, rules are different there. Let's see what we require. Bulletproof glass is what we are hung up on. So that means that we need silicon, which is most likely over here. Magnesium, silicon, but let's see what's over here on this rock, or it may be something interesting. Silicon, I was hoping. There we go. I'm getting a lot of silicon here. Except I just encountered a small problem. We don't have a refinery. We will have to change that. Go ahead and switch that to that. And this seems like the best solution. We now need steel tubes and steel plate. 3 up. Yeah, it's bad where I am. I got my servers moved out of my house to a unit I rent not far away that has like mega fast internet. You're using the solar script. I will be. It is not completed yet. But soon. Very, very soon. There we go. Let's go ahead and hop back in here and create what we need. We need at least 1,000 steel plate, but we only need about 20 of that. And the most marvelous thing about the solar script is that it can run both solar panels and oxygen farms at the same time. We'll just have to set it up especially for that. Now, something else that we need nickel and cobalt. If I remember correctly, there's actually cobalt right over here. There it is. So let's actually start headed down there. And hopefully there is nickel down here as well. But the likelihood is we won't be able to find that until we have a ore detector. And just to ensure, yes, we can indeed run back up. So we will continue downwards, because we need that cobalt. And while we do have a supply of ice not far away, I would prefer not to overuse it. We are getting closer. 34. We have silver off in the distance. Which generally I have a satellite that uses it to chase the sun across space. That with the infinite laser range, I can make an immersive network connection. I have been doing stuff like that for quite some time. However, I don't use the unlimited range. I use the 80-kilometer range. And that's mostly just so we can do laser from surface to orbit. And thus I have a direct connection to my satellites in space. There we go. In one of my previous worlds, it was you that taught me. That makes sense. Because there was an old world that I was working on. It unfortunately became corrupted. But I had a supply chain running from the surface of Terra all the way to the moon. and back. It was marvelous. On the planet's surface, oh, we just hit cobalt. Where is it? Right here. Now here's normally what I do, since these deposits are so large. I'm going to go down until we hit, there we go. And we go here. And we can just mine upwards and not have to worry about creating an instance in which we cannot get back up, as long as we don't mine our path. There you go. Here we go. And now we go back up. I love that supply train. I had a mining station on Terra, and then my drones would take the ore to the moon where it was refined, and then they would bring it back to Terra in refined form. It was extremely lengthy, not very efficient, but it was oh so fun. Now that we have cobalt, oh, I just gave away my protectorate. Now we need about 100 metal grid. And look at that, it's done. Superb. We can come right here and manage what we have. We need silicone first, then we need cobalt. Oh, we have nickel. We're going to plow through that 1.52K.
Energy low.
Ah. Yes, we are going through. It was the shields that was sucking up my energy. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, here we go. Charged enough. Let's check to see. What are we missing? Small steel tubes now. Well, I do believe that we still have a lot of iron. Ooh, we are running out of iron. Which means that we need to work on the next project, which is our mining drone. And in order to do that, do we not have any interior plating left? We should have a lot of interior plate left. Oh wow, we have used all of our 4,000 interior plate. That is impressive. Go ahead and get that. But I just picked it up, didn't I? I did not. There we go. Get that right there. Go. I'm going to place that right there, and then we require a little steel plate. Right, I'm off to play some Space Engineers myself. Got about 2 hours of time. Alright, you enjoy it. I will see you next time, Hobo. Be sure to catch the rest of the stream. It will be uploaded onto YouTube after the fact, as I do with all of my streams. Now, what are we missing here? Small steel tubes, of which we are likely going to need a lot. How much do we have? We still have 4,000. So let's actually create 500. That's going to require 800 of that. And thank you for joining us, Hobo. It was nice to see you again. Now, what are you requiring? Small steel tube and steel plate. Well, we can actually steal the steel plate from various other places, such as the floor, which is one of my favorite places to steal from. There we go. And then we need small steel tubes. Do you believe we need 20? Oh, we only needed 12. Hello, my love. Come forth. Let me see. 1 second, guys. My wife has come down to show me something. Ooh, moonstone.
And quartz.
Ooh, that's pretty. Unfortunately, I'm not running my camera right now, otherwise I'd show them. It fell and the lens cracked. Coffee. What is that? What did you just steal from me? You just stole my dollar. No, that's been floating around my pocket for like 3.5 weeks. Give me that back. Thief. God. Love you. Pain in my ass. Alright, let's start designing this. That's a problem. That is a very big problem. Was our power at 20 minutes? We have 20 minutes of power. So let's actually do that. Oh, shiznit. And we just entered night and we don't have a single solar panel up and running. Oh, this is very bad. Well, at least we only need 20 more. There we go. Now how long do we have? We have 2 hours, which will hopefully be enough to at least last the night. I'm not quite sure. We have 45 minutes of the stream left. We have a good base started up. What is next? Let us see. How are we going to build this? Do I have one of my favorite mods? I do indeed. I love this mod. What can I get rid of? I don't require the automatic rifle. This is by far one of my favorite mods, as it allows us to build small grid on large grid. However, you cannot build large grid on small grid, and the conveyors, even though it says it has conveyors, they don't actually work. But I use this for designing purposes a lot. Go ahead and place that down. Now we need 2 batteries. Then we require, oh, excuse me, I need to get up here and cough my face off. Okay. Let's go with 1 large container. We're actually going to go, that should put a large connector on each side, yes. We will place a connector on both sides, because if we do an auto docking, we just be that much easier. Now let's see, we're going to require we could do 2 drills to begin with. Dude, what was that? Why did I just move forward if there was nothing there pushing on me? That was not freaky at all. We are missing steel plate galore. Unfortunately, we don't have the steel plate to complete this. That is completed all the way up, all the way to that. This is going to be rather difficult. I love those personal shields. Okay, go ahead, do 4 of those. Then we need an antenna, remote control block. That is not a remote control block. And we're going to face it that way. Is it just me, or is that thing moving? It is. What is going on? Oh, Terminator. Okay, the remote control block is done. We also need ore detector. I believe that's all for that. Then we need, what's next? Gyroscopes, those. I'm going to go ahead and remove these drills. Interior plate. Go up here. We are running out of iron. There we go. That is not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Ooh, that's a problem. See our options. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. We stick it there, we can stick 3 right there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to remove this. And instead, we are going to go and put those right there, because we will have drills that go straight down. Next, we need to ensure that we have enough thrust to lift this thing under full weight, which is going to be a lot. I missed. And we are most likely going to have to go mining for iron before this thing is complete. There's that. We need more steel plate. See about that. Will that work? It will not. That. Do we really need that many right there? Okay, that is all directions covered, I believe. Now all we need is steel plate. How much iron do we have left? Iron does not have a T or an N. We only have 3K iron left. Ooh, this is going to be cutting it close. But let's create a crap ton of iron. Go look at our refinery. We are almost done with the silicone. We're going to go ahead and leave the silicone alone, because next we will be doing nickel, which will start creating the solar panels, which is what we need the most right now, besides iron. Actually, we're going to go ahead and plow through the scrap metal to give us a little extra iron. But we're going to be needing all of that. This is going to be very close. cameras. We need cameras on the drone, otherwise it's not going to fly. We're not going to be able to pilot very well. We also need an antenna on our base, or we're not going to be able to pilot it very far at all. Which also means that we need a control seat or a cockpit on our base, preferably one connected to a conveyor port so we have oxygen. Oh, this is going to be interesting.